How's it going? Welcome to Change is Good. My name is Brian. In this video, we're going to go through another box of half dollars. We've got 50 rolls to go through. We'll be looking for silver, proofs, NIFCs, or coins not intended for circulation, foreign coins, mint errors, and varieties, such as double dies and replacement marks. And of course, we're also looking for anything to fill holes in these albums over here. All right, let's see what we got on top. Looks normal. Be back when I have a find. We're now on the 8th roll. We've got a repunched mint mark. Let's check it out. Here we have a regular 1973D. Look at the mint mark. We'll compare it to the next example. And here we have an RPM. If you look at the mint mark, you can see a secondary D peeking out here to the top and over here to the left, even though there's a bit of damage here on the bottom. This is RPM number 1 on varieties. All right, let's get back to it. Folks, we've got an empty box already. I scoped hundreds of coins for every known variety. Came up empty. That was a tough one. Rather than do a recap for the one find we had, we'll just go right to the next box. Well, will the second time be a charm? Only one way to find out. Looks innocent like the last box, but we'll find out when we get going. We're now on roll number 10. And we're on the board with an NIFC, or coin not intended for circulation. It's a 2002P with a mintage of 3.1 million. All right, let's keep going. Roll number 16, we have a pair of finds. They're both NIFCs. The first one's a 2005D with a mintage of 3.5 million. The second one's a 2009D with a mintage of 1.9 million. All right, let's get back to it. Roll number 20. We've got a shiny edge. Check it out. Looks like a 40%er. Yep, that's 67. That is a welcome sight after the last box. Let's hope there's more. Let's keep going. We're now on roll number 26, just over halfway through the box. We have another NIFC. This time it's a 2010D with a mintage of 1.7 million. All right, back to it. Roll number 29. And we're back on the silver. This time it looks a little bit brighter. I think that's a 90%er. It's kind of old too. Oh yeah. The 63. Denver. First 90% of the box. All right, let's keep going. We're now on roll number 34, and we finally got a double die. Let's go to the scope. For comparison, here's a regular 1971D. Look at the lettering and the date on both sides of the coin and compare this to this example here. Notice how much thicker the lettering is here in the motto and the date compared to the last example. And if you look at the word trust, you'll see big notches here at the bottom right of the first T, the bottom right of both legs of the R, deep splitting at the top of the U on both sides, and heavy doubling here in the S and the last T. And if you look at the letter T in Liberty, you'll see extra thickness in the lettering with a widened, deeply split serif here at the top right. And if you look at the letter E in Liberty, you'll see splitting here at both corners of the middle bar. This is DDO number 9 on Variety Vista, and in my opinion is one of the most impressive double dies in the Kennedy half dollar series. It's very similar to DDO number 15, but this one has a different mint mark placement, and the biggest key, it also has a different shape of the letter I over in the word N, a completely different font. It's actually the font from the 60s coins. That's how you tell the difference. All right, let's go back to the box. Roll number 35, we've got a coin with a mint error. Let's check it out. Under the scope is the reverse of a 1971D with a rim-to-rim die crack. This is known as a retained cud or a pre-cud. When this piece of die would break off, it would create a high spot on the edge of the coin known as a cud. This is the precursor to that. It's a pretty cool error. All right, well, let's get back to the box. Roll number 44, we've got another double die. Let's check it out. Under the scope is a 1972D. You can see extra thickness here in the date and the motto with splitting here at the top and bottom serifs of the letter G. Over here in the word trust, you'll see extra thickness in the lettering, splitting here at the bottom of the first T, the bottom of both legs of the R, and the top of the U on both sides. Here's a closer shot of the splitting of the lettering. This is DDO number 1 on Variety Vista, or WDDO number 1 on Wexler's Double.com, where it's considered a best of variety. It's a good find. Let's keep going. We've got an empty box. Let's do a recap. Now that was more like it. We had 9 finds in total in that box, including one 90% silver Franklin half dollar, a 40% silver in 1967. We had 2 varieties, a 1971D, DDO number 9, a 1972D, DDO number 1. We also had 4 NIFCs, and a 1971D with a retained cut on the reverse. Unfortunately, nothing new for the albums. We've now hunted 43 boxes and we're at 128 out of 297 slots filled. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content and it made you want to go to your local bank, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of these finds, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks again, and remember, every coin has a story, and some of those stories are better the second time around. I'll see y'all next time.